The folks at Orico Technology have sent me a 3.5-inch hard drive docking station that supports USB 3.0. This allows you to connect bare drives, either a 2.5 or a 3.5-inch hard drive, to your existing system. And these are perfect for backing up photos of music, etc., because it gives you a removable hard drive. Let's take a quick look at this thing, see what it looks like and what it does. So here's the unit. It's in a transparent case. Comes with a power adapter and a USB 3 cable. You can tell it's a USB 3 because it's blue. It's got the extra connector on top here. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to plug in standard hard drives and use them for backup, which is perfect. This is how I back everything up. I've actually got 2 of these already that I use, and this will give me a third one. Let's power it up and see how well it works. So a unit like this will allow you to use just standard off-the-shelf 3.5-inch or 2.5-inch hard drives, SATA hard drives. Just unwrap it here. I'm going to try it on both my laptop and also plug it into a smart TV. That's actually what I use one for in my studio. Is I have 2 of them. I have one plugged into my desktop because all of my YouTube files, I store them on hard drives that I can pick up, get these cheap. I go down to Value Village and I'll buy old cable boxes for like $3 and $5 and open them up and take the hard drives out of them. It's a cheap way of getting hard drives, and say some of them are 500 gigs, a lot of them are 320, but you know what, when they're only $3, we'll plug the USB 3.0 connector into the back. Of course, they didn't include an adapter in the box. At least I don't see one. Nope. You saw what came out of the box. It's got the wrong plug on it, so I'm going to have to use my universal 12-volt adapter. It's just 12 volts, so I can't give them a pass there. This came from Amazon, by the way. It comes with the wrong adapter for North America. Okay, it's a universal adapter, it's just that they sent the wrong one. They sent the wrong adapter with it, so we'll throw that aside. Power it up here. Okay, so we know it works. Let's get the computer hooked up. So laptop hooked up here, we'll plug it in. I don't know if this laptop's actually got USB 3 or just 2. I'll plug it into the one that's got the external SATA. That might be faster. Okay, we take our drive, we just drop the drive in like that, turn on the power, and this thing should mount automatically. There we go. Open folder to view files. This is it here, drive 16. See, it's got a 16 written on it. And these are just going to be stuff that I have shot over the years. So that seems to work. Let's see how quick we can copy a file from this drive to my internal drive. So we'll just open up another window here. I'll just open up a folder here on the internal drive. We'll just make a new folder called test, or just new folder. How's that sound? There we go, new folder. And I'll just drag a couple of files here. This is 3.8 gigs, so let's see how long it takes to copy 3.8 gigs. going to be about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so it says. So. Hey, I don't need to tear this one down because we can get a close-up view of how this thing's built, because it's in a clear case. What we're going to do next is I'm going to go grab my Samsung Smart TV and we'll plug it into there and see how files play off of that. And so that's a perfect use for these drives. So say you can generally get bare drives. It's a great way to back up your files, right? Rather than back up onto USB sticks, which are really easy to lose. You can pick up bare drives, and with one of these docking stations, just plug the docking station into your USB port, drag your files over to a bare drive, and then you can unplug the drive and put the drive someplace safe. I just find it's a more economical way than buying external USB drives and just plugging them in. Sure, you can pick up external drives that are relatively cheap, that are complete, but I just find it's more convenient because you can get, first of all, you can get larger hard drives in bare drives and cheaper, a lot cheaper. And I've been picking, as I say, I've been picking up drives that I pick up old cable boxes typically for usually less than $5 at the secondhand store. Old Shaw boxes and old satellite boxes that are, they have to be reformatted, but the drives work fine. Once they've been reformatted, they work perfect. But it said 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It looks like it's probably going to be right in about the right time. So that's it. It did it. It did it in 2 minutes and 15 seconds after I started my stopwatch. And I say I was about 10-15 seconds late. So 2.5 minutes to do a almost 4 gigabyte file. That's not too bad. Let's hook up the Smart TV. Plugged into the USB port on the Smart TV. As soon as the drive is turned on, it mounts. So generally what I do is once I've shot my YouTube videos, I store them on external drives and put them in a box. And my rendered files, I store them on an external drive too. I don't keep everything on my computer. So for me, it's very convenient just to use these external drives that I can pick up really cheap. So that's basically the unit. They're great. I think these things are fantastic for looking at content, especially if you download a lot of stuff. You can put it onto a hard drive as opposed to putting it onto a USB stick. Let's take a close look at the actual unit itself. Should be pointed out that to stop it, you stop. If you're on a Smart TV, you can just hit the stop button, stop it. And on these type of drives, you can just power them off, and they will unmount the drive. I need to also point out, if you've got it connected to your computer, either your PC or your Mac computer, always make sure that you do a safe removal. Don't just turn off the power when the drive is writing. If you're connected to a computer, do click on remove the drive before shutting off the power and removing the drive. On a television such as this, a Smart TV, when you stop playback, it stops accessing the drive, right? As soon as it stops flashing here, okay, now it's safe. I can now power it off because there's no unmount for the TV. So then you can just disconnect it at that point. Now, as you can see on the back, there's just the two connectors, the USB 3.0 connector and the power connector. So say this, the sample I received came with the wrong adapter, but no big deal. It's any 12 volt adapter rated at 2 amps will work just fine. And of course you've got the power switch here, which will mount and unmount the hard drive. On the top here, you've just got your standard SATA connector, and you can plug in a 2.5 or a 3.5 inch drive. 3.5 inch drive just drops in just like that. It's a nice solid fit. It'll also support a taller drive, so this is a half height drive, but it'll accept a thicker drive. Some of the drives are a little bit thicker than this, so it'll take a full 3.5 inch drive as well as the slim 3.5 inch drive, and of course a 2.5 inch laptop drive. If we look down through the clear case on the top, we can see the components all look to be well mounted. Don't see any problem whatsoever with the build quality of this. It's only got 2 surface mounted electrolytic capacitors in it. But it's all surface mounted, a single-sided board. I don't think there's anything on the bottom side of here. Just the through-hole connectors for the hard drive plug. That's it. Link to this is the bottom of the page. We'll catch you later.